Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. Yeah. And that's all you're going to get of me tonight. That's it, folks. That's it. That's the only music I'm going to provide for the evening. Welcome to the Nova Nexus. James, the Idol Smasher at gmail.com. Hey, let's see if we can get off the slate here, our beautiful slate. Welcome to the Nova Nexus, a time where we take a little bit of set aside of time for some Torah and some biblical learning. And as if you haven't guessed already, it's Hanukkah. This is the 8th day of Hanukkah. This is our family's newest menorah. No, I did not clean the wax off from the earlier celebrations in the evening, but thought I'd get it out anyway. And say Happy Hanukkah. Say, James, you're not Jewish. Yeah, Hanukkah, it's like, well, they've been flaunting it in our face for, 2,000 years. I want one. After a while, you're like, hey, I got to get in on this, right? So, no, we are kind of an interfaith family. My wife is a Christian, and I'm not. So we have a plastic Yule in the other room, and we also have this right here, which does outshine because, we put them all on one table today, and the thing it was like a little sun in the living room. And, so it's wonderful. So it kind of outshines everything. Shalom, salam, welcome, and bienvenue. Mr. Gisela John has returned to the Nexus. It is a good night to be. It's a good night to be on.
Hey, man, what's happening, James? It's good. Oh, I love the menorah, man. I love the lights.
I got a little blue halo over here. See, huh?
Yeah, I like it. I dig it, man. I dig the digs. Well, I can't believe it's already the eighth night of Hanukkah, man. Right. Time just goes by too quick, man. So, any good presents for Hanukkah? Anything nice for the?
Oh, another couple of dreidels for the collection, but the new Hanukkah. This is our cobalt blue. It's like a metallic cobalt.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah.
Blue one we got this year. This is our new one. That was kind of our Hanukkah present to ourselves, I guess, there. And it's a real shaky setup what I'm doing here. So I have to make sure that the menorah stays light and only lights itself and, illuminates the world. Rosalie made it on time. I thought she was going to be working.
Well, hey, I flew home, man.
Welcome.
Thank you for lighting the candles.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time of the year. As the days are getting darker and shorter, we are lighting more light. So as each Hanukkah day, you add a new candle, right? You start with one candle. Well, you technically start with two candles, I guess, the middle one, and then you work your way to 8 candles. So today would be the shortest day of the year, winter solstice. So we have the most. See, that's the way Judaism works. So the world diminishes in light, but yet we bring even more light. That's how beautiful it works.
It's smart. I think it's good for the psyche to practice this particular festival. I think you're supposed to celebrate for the right reasons, but yeah, the fact that you add that much more light. And of course, Christmas in America, it's just Light City. It's Main Street electrical neighborhood, and we're just going to add a little.
Got that right.
Huh?
Got that right.
And it's a beautiful thing. I think it's a beautiful thing, and we just add a bit more. I was telling John that right before. That we had all our menorahs on there. We have 5 now that we've been able to keep that didn't get broken because we had some really neat ones for the kids, but weren't the greatest quality. They weren't a good solid metal menorah. Anyway, so we have 4 right now that we still use, or 5 that we still use that are still really good. We put them all in the living room table all at once on one area, and so the thing it was like a sun.
Cool.
There's this bright, massive light coming from the living room,
cool.
Yeah, it was. So here we are, the 8th day, and this is. I saw something today on the news, and it was 70 Hamas soldiers surrendering, and the footage they showed there were men coming out. I've been in jail. So I
Facebook
know
did?
what being in jail is like. These guys were in jail. And they were walking out of this, it's ruins, but you see like off in the distance, like a walking path into a door, and men were coming out shirtless and putting up what I'm assuming is a rolled up shirt and a package down on the ground, and they lay down their weapons and just very, very, very matter of fact about it. And then when they had them all come out at once, they were all walking out like this, and I swear I got teary eyed watching this. It was almost like a relief. And they're going to be treated all right. They did the right thing by surrendering, and I hope more do. I know there's still a lot of fire going on. I keep up with the war, of course, but that really did something to me. I'd never experienced that before watching anything that happens over there, but watching them surrender and treated well. And you could tell that it was just, they were willing, they knew they were there. They knew this is what there's just a vibe. And I know the jail vibe. I haven't been in prison, but I've been in jail.
Was that today?
That was today.
Yeah, I bet that happened after the article that I sent to you.
Oh, we'll talk about that. Yeah.
I bet that had something to do with it.
You think?
Oh, yeah.
I was just, because I don't think there's any reason for the hostility. I really don't see the reason for what you call Palestinian folks. I don't see the reason for the hostility. I don't see the logic behind any of it. It saddens me. And when I see them surrendering, it's like that's 70 lives that just got saved right there, maybe even more. And they got superior.
A nice poetic number, 70 for the 70
nations. 70 nations. I thought the same thing. Yeah.
It makes me wonder, though, were there really 70 guys only? Are they fudging the numbers a little bit? You never know. It wasn't exactly 3 million, but 2.7 around about there. It's close enough. We'll say 3. But yeah, 70 surrendering, and quite a number of men, and I hope more do. Not because I don't want to see the Palestinian people or wherever they call themselves. I don't want to see these people made into bitches. I don't want to see them blown up. They want to destroy the Jews, and they got what's coming to them. I still don't want to see them. When I saw them surrender, it was just, oh my God, it was like it was a relief. It was like I don't know how to describe it. I was very happy to see that. That's 70 men's lives saved plus more. And I'm hoping, because we have reports of IDF soldiers getting cocky on a couple things with religious, I don't know, some reports out of there, but I think they're going to be treated well. I hope they're treated well. And I hope this doesn't turn into an American Civil War thing where you have to military occupy the rest of the country for 30 years and just velocity, Let's hope it doesn't turn into that. Don't do what the Union did, Israel. Don't do what they did. They didn't treat the South well at all. At all. And it's still going on. It stopped going on after World War II, but even then people make fun of the South. And it was just, if they're going to be a part of it, be a part of it. And if they don't want to be a part of it, hey, there's Jordan next door.
Right.
So yeah, that was my thing. Thank you, and Salam for surrendering. Just thank you. Just I hope more do. I hope more do. I want to move over here to a story. I'm not going to screen cap it or nothing because I got this menorah and the little thing holding it up. I don't want to do too much. A Turkish MP. What is an MP? That's that British stuff. What is it? What do they call an MP? A minor parliament or a?
I thought MP meant military police.
Well, yeah, but in like Britain,
in our language, I guess. MP, I guess it's like a parliament member.
Parliament. There you go. Thank you. Member. So the health minister of Turkey announced the death of one of their lawmakers. His name is Hasan Bitmez. Bitmez. 2 days after he collapsed in Parliament, I could get that story out too. He was raging on about the Jews in Israel, and he says they will not be able to escape the wrath of Allah, unquote. And right after that, he collapsed and hit his head on the floor. That was 2 days ago. Today he died. You will not escape the wrath of Allah, addressing the Jewish state. We can perhaps hide from our conscience, but not from history. You will not escape the wrath at all. He said, I salute you, and then collapsed. And now he's dead. You know, when you invoke God, you got to be careful what you say. You know, you can't just go around telling, you know, and he's kind of.
That's right.
You know, and I would not want to say
they're not after Israel, they're after Israel's God.
But I would well, it's their God too, as we can see. Or it would seem to be that. I don't know. I know we can go on this and make ourselves feel good, but I think it's an interesting interesting revelation of what happened here. You will suffer Allah's wrath. It's like maybe Allah's tired of wrath. How do you know? You know, blessed are the peacemakers. Isn't that what Jesus said? And I'm for it too. Why do you think we say salam, shalom, peace? So he said something really bad and then happened to collapse. And that was 2 days or 2 days after. I don't think it was actual today. Let me see the date. I don't have quite the date on that. You will suffer Allah's wrath. I got all that. I salute you right before he hit the floor was the last words he said. Okay. So I found that interesting. It's like I you know, we don't want the war. It's nobody wants the war anymore. I mean, I hope Zelensky, you know, when it comes to surrender, there's a Job moment when you have to give up the ghost. And I really hope that Zelensky, bless him, whatever his deal is, definitely from what I hear, a good warlord. He should surrender just for saving lives. He should have a country that Ukrainians can return to because so many of them fled. I think they fled by the millions. He needs to surrender, not because Russia's great and Putin's, you know, oh Putin. No, nothing like that. I'm not upping Putin at all. I have nothing against the Russian people or the Ukrainian people. I don't want, but sometimes you got to give up the ghost. We shouldn't have helped that. They were peace back in March of last year. They were ready for peace. And our beloved resident of the White House said,
the Bank of Biden. Yep. Asshole.
Yep. So, you know, we want peace. And I know we're celebrating a victory here. We're celebrating a victory with Hanukkah. I'm waxing poetic as it waxes. All right.
It's melting. It's in front of you melting.
Wish John could have stayed. Just got the screen back. We're celebrating a victory in a war, but you know, I wonder what would happen during this day that would be profound. And I think seeing those 70 men, for me personally, that was a big moment. And so here's to peace. Here's to giving up the ghost and doing the right thing.
Shalom.
I'm looking at notes I made, and my daughter's little bunny rabbit drawings that she made on my notepad.
Did the rabbit die?
No, actually. Yeah, you have to wait until the heretics and idolatry before you can save them from doing so. What was I thinking when I wrote that? I don't know. So there's a lot going on, and the war still rages. Apparently, from what the hostages, or it's not hostages, but I guess not hostages, but the prisoners, the POWs who were taken today, said that the whole thing is fractured. I hear that the Hamas leader isn't even in Gaza. He's staked out somewhere in Iran or something. Is that true?
I don't know. I haven't been able to follow it. I haven't I've been working, so I can't get online, so I can't see what Gav is posting or anybody else. So I don't know.
There's something weird out there. This guy, he's not even in. He's like either in Lebanon or he's in Iran. There was a time when kings would stand on the battlefield with their people. Sometimes in front, sometimes in back. All right, but nonetheless, he's Zoom calling them into revolution while they're getting their asses handed to them. Man, if these people don't see what BS they elected, what's wrong with having a Gazan city, region, county? We call them counties in the States. I have a Gaza county. When you come in here, you're coming into Gaza. The meat's going to be a little bit different when we dance, and the food's going to be a little bit different when we cook. But welcome to Gaza.
No.
Paradise. Welcome to welcome to our little chunk of paradise. You ever? I mean, if you looked at what Gaza was before all this, what part of it still is? It was drop dead gorgeous piece of property. I mean, if that ain't just shiznat beachfront property right there, how you could call that a prison? Oh my goodness!
Well, now it's an oil field out in the middle of the ocean.
Tonight was going to be a discussion about American sexuality, and I had the Divine Code. Now Divine Code's great because it takes the other way around that I come to. It doesn't appear that there's anything. It'll say something like a Gentile is permitted to scrape off roadkill and eat it. In other words, a Gentile is permitted because there's no prohibition. There's nothing that says that you can't put a Gentile to death for eating roadkill. A Gentile is permitted to eat roadkill. So it gives off the impression, the way they come about things, and it's not where I come from. I come from the Ger end to the same halacha. Don't get me wrong. But, it makes you think that, God wants Gentiles to eat roadkill, and you picture Gentiles eating roadkill. All this goofy stuff. But it goes through a nice list of halacha. It gives a lot of darn good sources that we can look up. So I intend to start a study, not unlike we did of the minor prophets. We took time to read and maybe look at some commentary. I want to do the same thing with illicit sexual behavior. I've gone on idolatry for so long, and the Rambam says, and if you look at the way the 10 Commandments are written and placed on the 2 tablets, what did he say? The desire to worship idols stems from a desire for illicit sexual behavior. And from what I've noticed in my past 20 years since I was married and all the BS I went through in that marriage and the stupid decisions I made, I want to take time to do that. And Rumble has been under attack a lot lately. They had massive attacks. Alex Jones came on, Steven Crowder one morning, and I could with my phone. I couldn't do it on either computer. The Roku worked for a little while, so I was able to watch him there. But Rumble's been under a hardcore attack. We've got evidence now. Apparently, China is trying to get to or is already fighting us on that front. One of the wars that were a cyber war, I guess. So Rumble's been hit hard because they're a free speech platform. Right. So we're not on Rumble tonight. We won't be doing the whole show. We'll wait. We'll record this one and post it to Rumble later. So if you're watching this on Rumble, it's not live, but YouTube and Twitter seem to be up. So try to get on there. We're going to get on that section next week. That subject next week, and we'll start from there. And Rosalie, if you don't want to show up, I understand because it gets nitty gritty.
How what?
Oh, illicit sexual behavior and the blatant way that they discuss everything. No, yeah, you want to talk edgy? Torah is edgy.
Oh yeah.
Torah covers all that nastiness.
Yes, it does. I was going to say, if you want to take time to go through what Rabbi Reuven has on that subject, it'll be an eye opener.
Really? Yeah, he's spooky sometimes.
You got that right. He is the Baptist minister of hell and damnation of the Jews. Am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. I mean, his flip side is the Baptist go to fire and brimstone, going to hell minister, Baptist minister, hands down.
And they'll scare you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we do have a Parsha as well
Yes,
as Hanukkah celebration.
Mm-hmm.
We're in Genesis, and Joseph is about to make his mark on the world.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just open up the text and we can talk about it. We can read the Haftarah.
Okay. My cats.
Hi, sweetie.
My keeps. My cats.
You're online. You want to say hello? You want to come here and say hello to everybody?
Hi, Catherine. Hi, Katie.
She says bye.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, she was lighting candles, but this year she didn't want to light them. This year she didn't want to. I hand her the candle and she pushed it back like, you do it. So I had to light her menorah and mine. Okay. So Mama's not here. She's got a company holiday party event to go to. So I got the girls tonight. So it might be good that Rumble didn't work out well, and I wouldn't be in here 2 hours because I gotta get girls ready for school tomorrow. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna close my door in a second. Catherine, inside. Okay. Autistic kids can be quite adventurous at the wrong time of day.
You think? That's why I'm late. That's why I'm late.
She was 4 years old and crawled up on the roof.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who I give lunch to is autistic, running the cash register, and he kind of gets lost coming back from lunch. And he did. Half an hour late. So that's why. Yeah, well, hey.
Well, that's why you were calling me saying I'm here at work. Might have to. I get you now.
Yeah.
I'm glad you made it.
It's okay. Well, hey, at least I let somebody know if I'm going to be late or not. Well, leave you hanging.
Isn't that nice?
Am polite. I am polite in that aspect.
In that aspect, yeah. I'm just messing with you. I hope you can see the screen. All right.
Yes, I can see the screen. Yeah, I see that smart ass. I see that smart ass smile. That beard ain't going to help you much. I can see right through it.
Hi, Catherine.
Hi, Katie.
You want to come here and wave? Come here. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Yeah. Wave hi. Say hello.
Hi.
Hello. Say shalom.
Hi. Say hello.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah. Chag Sameach, dear. That means Happy Hanukkah.
Chag Hanukkah Sameach.
Uh-huh.
I love you. Okay? Oh, Daddy's going to read some Torah. Okay? You'll be good? You got peanut butter on your face. You can't be on camera with peanut butter on your face.
Watch me.
Anyway.
Uh-huh.
Okay. We're at Kate's, aren't we? What are we at? Where are we at? We missed Keats.
Genesis chapter 41:1.
Yeah.
Through
Well, I love you too.
Through 43, 44. Oh, it's a long one.
Yeah.
Through the Haftarah is good. It's Solomon.
Definitely reading Haftarah.
Yep. It is 1 Kings chapter 3, 15 through 28, and then 1 Kings chapter 4:1.
So Joshua's enslaved. Incarcerated. Prisons, very Egyptian. Okay.
Joshua.
Or
Joseph. So we haven't gotten to Joshua yet.
That's all it takes. That a little bit of high life, and I'm gone. That's it. Good night.
Yeah.
All right. Catherine, stay inside, please. Welcome to the Rogers household, y'all. Okay. So Joseph is incarcerated for a crime he didn't commit. And Pharaoh starts getting dreams. And what's interesting is this particular Pharaoh, one can say, is a prophet. Why? Because God speaks to him. Albeit in a dream, God speaks to him.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes Joseph to decipher the dream, to decode what he was hearing. It wasn't even Joseph. Joseph says it's God doing it, but
right.
Don't sell yourself short, Mr. Joseph, sir. And he is made, and the first successful civilization of mankind is Egypt. And at one place, it wasn't so bad. At one place, it really wasn't so bad. Yeah, there were problems, but as far as citadels go, cities, Babel was an abject failure. Egypt turned out to be, but at one point, even Babylon was good for a while.
Right.
Yeah, I had something, but I lost my marker, and now I'm trying to find it. While I'm on pressure on camera, I'm very pressured. Everybody's watching me and waiting for me to do something.
Do you want me to start reading? I can do that.
Well, we could get to the Haftarah. What do you say? Haftarah good?
Okay, that's fine. It's 9:26 now, yeah. Bring it up. We have First Kings.
See what okay, I'm going to be reading from, because I got a menorah, from my Stone Edition. If anybody out there, if you're Jewish or you're Ben Noach or Ger, and you know of a good Chumash, I've had the Gutnik, the Sansino, and or Hertz, and the Stone. I want to get a new study Torah.
The Oinkelos.
Okay, never mind. We got it. The Oinkelos, really?
Yeah. Remember John and I were handing them out? We shipped one off to Wade, and we shipped a couple off to other people.
You mean the Gutnik? Are you talking Gutnik?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, but it's got Oinkelos, isn't it? I don't know. I don't remember.
I've got a Gutnik here already.
Okay, it's a big brown. It's a big brown one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a new Chumash.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's written in English.
Yeah.
Because you know how that is.
Well, the Gutnik is the one they use in the synagogues. If that's the one they're using in the synagogues, then we should stay with them.
First King,
chapter 3:15.
Bada boom, bada bang. There we go. You got John 3:15. Ha! Check this out. First Kings 3:15. Okay, which we all can enjoy. First Kings 3:15. If you're following along at home, the Haftarah is a section of the Hebrew Bible directly pertaining to the Torah portion of the week, but not from the Torah portion of the week. So we are in First Kings chapter 3, verse 15. We're going to go through the first verse of chapter 4.
Okay.
So without further ado, Solomon awoke, and behold, it had been a dream. He came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of my Lord. And he brought up burnt offerings, and he made peace offerings, and he made a feast for all his servants. The two women innkeepers came to the king and stood before him. One woman said, "Please, my lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I gave birth while with her in her house. On the third day after I gave birth, this woman gave birth as well. We were together. No outsider was with us in the house. Only the two of us were in the house. The son of this woman died at night because she lay upon him. She rose during the night and took my son from from next to me, while your maidservant was asleep, and lay him in her bosom. And her dead son she lay in my bosom. When I got up in the morning to nurse my son, behold, he was dead. When I studied him in the morning, behold, it was not the son whom I had given birth. The other woman said, It is not so. My son is the live one, and her son is the dead one. But this one said, It is not so. Your son is the dead one, and my son is the live one. They went on speaking before the king. The king said, This one claims, This is my son who is alive, and your son is the dead one. And this one claims, It is not so. Your son is the dead one, and my son is the living one. So the king said, Fetch me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. I love this. They brought a sword before the king. The king said, Cut the living child in two and give half to one, half and one half to the other. The woman whose son was alive said to the king, because her compassion was her compassion was aroused for her son, and she said, Please, my lord, give her the living newborn, and do not put it to death. But the other one said, Neither mine nor yours shall he be cut. The king spoke up and said, Give her the living newborn, and do not put it to death. She is his mother. All Israel heard the judgment that the king rendered, and they felt awe for the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was within him to do justice. So King Solomon was king over all Israel.
Ta-da! Amen.
Wisest man alive.
Uh-huh.
One of the wisest men ever.
Yep.
I want to read the commentary at the bottom, little snippet. Again, I am reading from the stone.
Okay.
Like the Sidra, the Haftarah deals with royal dreams and their aftermath. In the Sidra, which is the portion we read, the Torah portion, tonight, Pharaoh had a portentous dream, and Joseph applied his God-given wisdom to its interpretation, with the wisdom that he became acknowledged, with the result that he became acknowledged as the most qualified person to rule Egypt. The Haftarah begins by saying that Solomon awoke from a dream. It was a dream that set the tone of his reign and had implications for the future of the Jewish people. In his prophetic dream, the 12-year-old newly crowned Solomon had been asked by God what blessing he desired for his new position. Solomon had requested wisdom so that he could judge his people well. Pleased that Solomon had altruistically asked for wisdom and not selfishly requested longevity, wealth, or power, God promised him not only unprecedented wisdom, such as had never been before and would never be again, but also the wealth and honor that he did not ask for. Shortly after the dream came proof of its fulfillment in the form of a seemingly insoluble dilemma. Solomon's verdict gained the admiration and respect of the nation and displayed a degree of wisdom that became the hallmark of his reign and an augury of the three inspiring and enlightening books he would contribute to Scripture. Those are Proverbs, the Song of Songs, and Ecclesiastes. And there's the Haftarah.
Yeah, this tells you how smart Solomon was. The commentary for this one, it says, and Solomon awoke, and before it was a dream. And behold, he understood that this dream was true. He would hear a bird chirp and understand its language. A dog would bark and he would understand its language.
Wow.
Yeah. So I almost want a sharp cookie, man. It's like we're talking Solomon. It's like, oh, are we talking Adam? Okay.
No, we don't blow out the Hanukkuh lights. It's barely hanging on. We got one. Oh, there it is. I know. We kind of want to blow it out. I understand. You be good? All right. You gonna join us for Torah study? Okay, now she's leaving. All right. Let's see. Nothing in the chat. Nothing in the side chat. Okay. Well, I'm glad that everybody got to be here tonight. Wish John could have stuck around. I'm glad to see him back on here. I worry about him when he goes away. Probably shouldn't. He always goes away and comes back, but anyway.
He's got important John stuff to do, apparently.
That's right. Darn too.
Right.
It's not God. It's not Israel, folks. It isn't about Israel. It never was about Israel.
It's about Israel's God. That's right.
They're just people. I hate to say it, like they're just people. Everyone makes them out to be these. Oh my goodness, the most inferior race on the planet that controls everybody's minds, like Lex Luthor with a telepathic, machine controlling.
Tinfoil hat, yeah.
Yeah, but they're all inferior at the same time.
Doc Brown, yep.
Oh, happy Hanukkah, everybody! Happy Hanukkah, and here's victory to Israel, huh?
Okay.
Victory to peace. Thank and Baruch Hashem for those 70 men who gained a little wisdom, or had shown some wisdom by just giving up the ghost. And they almost looked happy to give it up.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
Huh? Use your words.
I want help.
You want help with what? Daddy's talking to folks right now. We're live. We're on the air. Look, when Daddy's at radio. He's on the air. Honey, give me a few minutes. Let me say goodbye to everybody. It's about that time, okay?
Where's your sister?
Sister's in the other room, not helping anybody at all. And now she's going outside because she needs attention. Autism's a lot of fun. Okay.
I know.
Thank you for tuning in. We'd love for you to come in here and talk. This is an open room. We leave the link out in the chat every week because we like the conversation and don't mind asking questions. I've been real trying to let a lot of people talk and let more people talk. Questions, comments, compliments, complaints. James the Idol Smasher gmail.com. We do this every Thursday night, starting at 8 p.m. Central. We're normally running a full show on Rumble. Rumble's been rumbled a bit tonight, so we'll be doing that. But thank you, YouTube, and thank you, Twitter, and thank you for watching out there in YouTube land. We'll see if we can get this uploaded to Rumble as quickly as possible. But on this note, I'm going to have to bid you adieu for the night. So,
all right.
Next week, sex, and we're going to get deep into some biblical law and some halakha, and get some insight into this. It's a remedy for something that's, I think, plaguing our country, possibly the West in general. So, I love you guys. Thank you so much, Rosalie. You're the bomb. Have I told you that?
Shalom, y'all. Nah, that's just last week. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We'll see you on the flip side.
That's right. Good night.